Okay, so I'm going to reintroduce you guys to Assilem. I've had her in a few of my videos before, even one of my first ones that I made that I actually put my face to it. I introduced you guys to Assilem and I explained it all, and I'm going to explain again. Assilem, I was at a hospital for, at that time it was 6 weeks, and I was hurting myself a lot. I was there for my eating disorder, but I was also hurting myself a lot. And the nurse, well, one of the nurses, she was really awesome. She suggested that I get a doll, and instead of hurting myself, I hurt the doll. I thought, okay. And I found a doll that wasn't too young, like looking like a baby, that I didn't want to hurt a baby doll, but I ended up finding a doll that looked more like a girl and less like a baby. So I got her, and I drew blood on her. So this was my way of battering her, as I drew blood on her, and I drew stitches, cuts with stitches. I drew the burns that I have on my wrist. I drew the cuts that I have on my leg. So basically, I was beating her up, and then afterwards she looked so. Well, the nurse. Okay, a few days later, the nurse, she asked me well, I was wanting to hurt myself, so she said to beat up the doll, and to actually hit her, and I said that I couldn't because look how sad she looks, how broken and pitiful. So I didn't want to hurt the doll, because I felt so bad for her, and I saw the broken part of me in her. I saw the part of me that was hurting and bleeding, and so she kind of became to me my sad half, my self-injury half, my hurting half. So instead of hurting her like I was supposed to originally, I protected her. I would sleep with her, hold her hand as I fell asleep, hug her, basically treat her like she was real. And it made me think about how I was hurting myself, because I was protecting this doll when I wasn't protecting myself. I was hurting myself. And I wouldn't hurt this doll, and she wasn't real, but I was real, so how much more so should I protect myself? So it became kind of a protection for me. She became a protection for me. I feel that she helped me sometimes reason with myself about where I was, about how I was real and that I should protect myself, basically. So I've had her for years now. This has been 3 years. Okay, and now, last month I was admitted to the hospital for a month's time. And I ended up, when I had about an hour or two out, I went to the store and I found another doll. And I thought, she's so cute! I have to buy this doll. And I thought I could do the same thing with Assilem, and she could be important to me like Assilem, and I could draw on her. I'll show you the doll. Okay? This is the cutie patootie that I found, and I thought I could draw blood on her eyes just like Assilem, and she could become that part of me too. And then I thought, no. Like, I already have that sad part of me, that doll that is bleeding and sad, and maybe it's time for something better. Maybe it's time to move on and have a better half of me be more important and be nurtured. So instead of drawing blood on her, I made her be the good half of me, not the self-injury half, not the hurting half. I made her be the positive half of me. And so I wrote on her, instead of drawing blood and cuts and scars and stitches, I wrote on her back, all the positive things about myself. I wrote that I'm a brilliant writer, I'm funny, I love deeply, I'm determined, I'm kind, I'm cute, I'm loyal. And on her belly I wrote that I'm an artist, I'm creative, and I'm tolerant. That's what I got so far. So, Emily, I didn't name her actually myself. She's got a tag on her that says Emily, so she was already named. And it's a cute name, Emily. Emily is a cute name. So I'm keeping it. And yeah, she's the good half of me. So instead of nurturing the self-injury half of me, I put Assilem away. Well, in the closet. She's been living in the closet for a little while. So I put her away, and instead of nurturing that sad half of me, I'll be nurturing the positive half of me. So I think that both dolls were positive for me because I needed Assilem. I needed to feel that kind of attachment to what I was going through, to, I don't know, I guess have someone else feel what I was feeling and recognize that I wasn't alone and she was with me. And so I guess depending on where you are in your recovery, either like one or the other doll is good. Whether if you're still in a place where you need to identify with your sad half and you need someone to be sad with you, then there's this option of a doll. And if you're at a part of your recovery when you're thinking, look, I need to leave that behind me, I need to move on, I need to think of more positive things. Sorry, I got cut off. Basically, what was I saying? That if you're at the part of your recovery where you're in a you want to think about more positive things, then Emily is the kind of doll that you would want to have if you want to try this kind of therapy. So yeah, just putting that out there that this is something that has been helping me. So maybe it could help you if you want to try it out or not. It's up to you. Anyways. Yeah, I'll be making a video for Syad. It might not be put up on March 1st because it's going to be a real editing a lot video, so it might not be ready until March 2nd. So I'll see you guys either on March 1st or March 2nd.